I have been testing the newest robot cleaner, the Neabot NoMo Q11, for quite a while. The robot surprises me. For the price, you are getting an auto-empty robot that does not only have one of the most unique-looking self-emptying bases, but also has a hidden Lidar. On top of that, it uses 3D sensors to recognize and avoid small objects that Lidar cannot detect. As always, I put it through a lot of tests that include navigation and object avoidance. I also tested its vacuum and mopping performance and had a couple of issues with the base and app, which I'll talk more about later. The Lidar and 3D sensors are hidden in the front bumper, so unlike other Lidar-based robots with a tower on top, the Neabot is shorter. For the navigation and coverage test, I put a few small things on the floor. The Neabot did a good job avoiding the objects and covering the entire room. I found its coverage and object avoidance to be comparable even with the most expensive Lidar robots with similar technologies. Socks and cables are the most common things most robots tend to drag around or get stuck on. To my surprise, the robot did amazingly well with avoiding socks, probably the best I've seen with testing other robots with object avoidance. The Neabot struggles to detect the cords most of the time, and to be fair, I never seen a robot that can do that well. Before starting the cleaning, you would need to pick up all cables if you don't want to babysit the robot. The Neabot avoided fake poop in this test, but if your pet tends to leave such surprises on the floor, I would not trust the robot completely. Most robots tend to push my cat's balls, but the Neabot avoided them. The Roomba i3 Plus that doesn't have a sensor didn't notice the ball and pushed it forward. It deals with cats and human hair on low and medium pile carpets, picking up all of them in my test. As usual, I scattered 100 grams of sand and debris on a low and medium pile carpet as well as hard floors. I measured the dustbin before and after test, and the Neabot shows quite good results in all tests. After testing and using it in my place within 2 weeks, I must say the Neabot cleaning performance is about average, but not the best in comparison with the most expensive models I've tested this year. The maximum height the robot can clean is 2 cm. It fits in a 9 cm gap under furniture. A water tank is combined with a dustbin and has an electric pump that controls water output, prevents leaking and damaging the floors when the robot is in charge. There are 3 water flow modes to choose from and one that shuts off water flow completely. As usual for the mopping test, I used dried-on coffee, mayo and soy sauce. I wouldn't say there is a big difference between this robot and most hybrid robots I've tested. It doesn't replace manual mopping but helps to keep your floors clean for longer if you run it every so often. The mopping attachments designed prevent the floor from damaging, as when the robot docks itself, it sits deep in the station, so the wet cloth doesn't touch the floor. Removing the mopping plate is not very convenient, you have to pull the robot out of the station first. The app has all the features you'd expect in a Lidar robot nowadays, but there are some negative things too. Sometimes the app freezes and I can't start the robot. The English localization is confusing and definitely needs to be fixed. Like other Lidar robots, the Neabot completes the map after the first run and you can watch it doing so in real time in the app. The app has an option to clean or schedule cleaning a selected area or room at a specific time and days of the week. Other options include saving multiple maps, remote control, cleaning history and maintenance stats, as well as choosing voice packs. Another thing is the customizable no-go and no-mob zones, meaning that you can draw restricted areas in any shape and size you'd want. The same goes for zone cleaning. The no-mob zones are basically the same as no-go zones, but only active in Mopping mode. The design of the auto-empty station is unique. It is wider yet shorter than the others I have. According to Neabot, the bag holds 2.5 liters of dust. Depending on usage, the disposable bag can last weeks before you need to change it. I tested the self-emptying base performance with the dustbin filled with my and cat's hair as well as some debris. It did well sucking up the contents of the robot's dustbin but struggled with heavier debris. When I tried with rice and oats, it wasn't as good. I made the base work for a couple more passes, but it wasn't able to suck it all up. The base emptying performance is similar to the Lidar and Altanic. However, it is not as strong as the Roomba and Yeti base. I used to say it before, my hair is long and it tends to wrap around the brush roll. Cleaning the brush is a part of my robot maintenance routine, as I have to do it about once a week. Hair is prone to tangle around the side tips the most, so I remove the tips and use a cleaning tool to get rid of them. The robot comes with a user manual, 2 side sweepers, adapter, spare HEPA filter, extra mopping cloth, mopping plate, extra bag and a self-emptying base.
Power on. Dustbin is restored. Wi-Fi has been reset.
The Neabot NoMo Q11 is not only a good performer, but also has a unique design. Unlike other premium robots, it has a short body and a hidden lidar. Object avoidance is one of the best I happened to test, but it still struggles to avoid cables. The app requires some improvements. Sometimes it freezes, has bugs and English localization is poor. I hope it's something Neabot can fix with future software updates. The auto-empty base is not too strong and struggles with heavy debris, but should be enough for most users that usually don't need to deal with lots of debris. Despite some cons mentioned above, the Neabot Q11 is a great device considering its price and features.